Alright, we are back for Saturn V Diorama build part 8. Now, I realized when I was looking at some pictures that another piece needed to be painted yellow. And it's an internal piece. I guess yellow was just a better way to see it. And instead of painting it silver or black when the ship separated. But I did find a problem with trying to airbrush this piece. Now, all these little grooves right here, if I don't take the time to put the tape down and then run my finger through every one of these little grooves, that the paint's going to do an overspray onto the outside, and we don't want that. So I have to carefully do them all the way through. I am using the blue painter's tape. First time trying to use it, so on models. I'm just hoping that it actually does what it says, and when I start to paint the outside and I cover some pieces that are already painted, that it doesn't peel. Now, trying to line it with the edge because I noticed something else. Besides the internal piece being painted, actually the ring itself on top is painted yellow. I guess they just felt like it was easier to cover with tape and paint. So I'm going to do the same thing they're doing. I'm going to paint this ring the best I can and get all those grooves. With those grooves, hopefully we'll get no overflow, because I bet you that's going to be a pain to cover with white paint, or I'm going to have to sand, which terrifies me, because that means I'll be messing with the grooves, and that I really don't want to do. So what I'm doing is I'm laying the tape over an area and then coming back, trying to make sure I get it even with the top of the ring, and then going back and hitting all of them. Yes, boring. Boring. But enlightening. Alright, so around the next piece, down inside. This is a little tighter area. I may actually use one of my fingernail files to press down in here. Oh, maybe not, because that actually peeled some of the tape up. Okay, so wrapping around the next big piece. Looks like I'm going to need more tape. There are some areas where I'm going to have to put small pieces of tape to cover. And I think I am going to stop it right there and start a new piece of tape. Because every time I seem to go around, I peel up what I had done on the other side with the ridges. So, all those tiny ridges, you can see actually where I've done them in the tape. I got a little bit more to do, and then we'll airbrush it. I think I'm gonna do a gentle cut so that I can peel that away. Alright. Okay, next piece of tape, starting basically on the spot I left off, wrapping it around, trying to keep it level. So I will go that way all the way. Okay. And here we go again. I have been using pictures from NASA's website to try to figure out how I want to paint this rocket. The Saturn V had different color schemes on it. I mean, even with the outside black and white, I seen one where the tank covers were actually orange or red. And I had to watch one video of the retainer ring that protects, that spaces the motors apart from the tank. And it looked like the inside of this ring was also yellow. But as I watched it fall away, I figured out it was actually the yellow from the motor that was making it yellow. This is actually inside is silver. Alright. Well, all I can do is hope now, guys. I got a couple areas that just scare me. Alright. Now, I also got a couple of the lips that I want to cover that shouldn't be yellow. So I'm just going to do a simple cover. Press down. Let's hope it stays. Okay. This one. I've got one more of those that I need to cover. Don't need a lot of tape. Oop. Started peeling away. Alright, I think I'm going to go for there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and spray it yellow, see how it turns out. Give a little check here. You can make, I'm going to end up making several holding pieces to actually hold my pieces as I paint them. I haven't done it yet. In fact, I'm looking around my workbench because I had at one point the little alligator clips. May have to buy some. Woohoo! Getting a little buzz off the paint thinner. Maybe used a little too much. Gotta get all the way down into that little area there. I'm afraid that's when I'll do the blowback into under the painting areas. Every once in a while I still check to see if paint's coming out or if I used it all up and didn't realize it. Okay. Let that sit. Oh, overspray on my hand. Let's go ahead and do another coat on top of the tanks. Tester's paint does not take a ton of time to dry. I've been actually sitting here probably 15 minutes from the last video. And of course that little one just does not want to play fair. I got an idea. I'm going to take a piece of this painter's tape and put it down on here. Hoping I don't mess this up too much when I do it. I don't want to really put fingerprints on it, so what I'll do is... Oh, great. Huh. Interesting, gentlemen. Not that I see, that's what I was afraid of. But I'm in a little better shape because this tank's actually going to be hidden. I didn't have to paint it. But I thought since I was going to be doing it, I'll cover them anyway. Now I know that I need to definitely secure the smaller pieces as we go along. Time to turn. I just don't look forward to having to clean the airbrush. It never seems fun. Remember, you can move in, move out on an airbrush. You move in, you get a little darker, wetter. So, and it looks like I got down in there really good. Hot dog. I am going to do 2 or 3 more coats on it, but you don't have to sit here and watch that. I have gone actually 5 minutes over what I was normally going to do. So, we're going to end this. I'm going to look at some more stuff online and see where we go from here. Alright, thank you for watching. This is the Saturn V Diorama that we're working on.